Good morning. Some time ago, I was invited to a remand home. That's a correctional facility for children under the age of 20 to speak with these children by an NGO. And so I went there, saw children, of this varying age from around 12 up to about 20, locked up, serving various J-terms. And one of the things that came to my mind is that it could have been me, because I was a rascal in my young age. And so after these children settled down, over 100 of them. So I told them, look, I'm here to talk to you about prison. I'm sure initially there was a kind of look on their faces wondering, we are already locked up here, we are already in prison. So I told them, I said, look, you're serving various J-terms, and you'll soon be released after your time. Maybe 1 year, maybe 2 months, maybe 3 years, but eventually you'll be released. And even if you're serving a lifetime and they give you opportunity to do some things or learn some trade or a vocation, or to decide to go to school, you still make your the certificate, even though you are physically locked or restrained from movement. In other words, correctional facility are supposed to be where people are supposed to think through their life and make different decisions. In other words, correctional facilities are not supposed to be places where people are locked up permanently. Why? Because you realize that you can't be locked up physically, but as long as your mind is functioning, you cannot be stayed. A story is told recently about one Yahoo boy who was serving like 20 years jail time, and he was able to pull some string of about $1 million thereabout while in the prison. Why? Because the young man had been locked up physically, but that thing in him that giving the capacity to perpetrate such error was not locked up, his mind. So that's how powerful your mind is where I have come to this conclusion that nobody is a victim of circumstances, but everybody is a victim of his perception. By your perception, I mean how you conclude and evaluate about matters that present themselves before you. Whatever happens to you, we still have to go through the process of your mind, and however you conclude about it will determine your response to it. And your response to life situation is what will define your present and what will determine your outlook about your tomorrow. So eventually, your perception is the most powerful instrument in your life. And if you decide to be locked up within a certain frame of thought or mind, within a certain frame of I can't, within a certain frame of it's impossible, within a certain frame of this is not for people like me, you become imprisoned, such that even when opportunities come for you to go beyond that, you believe it's too good to be true, you believe it's not for you. And when you believe it's not for you, you will most likely mess it up. That's why most people who win lottery end up becoming poor, because in their mind they are being imprisoned that they will never be able to achieve that much. When the money comes to their hand, they don't know what to do with it. So that's why I'm here to let you know that you need to do some prison break yourself out of the limitation that life has set you, that circumstance has set you, that your background has set you, that your environment has set you. You can break out. In other words, there's only one prison break that is permissible in life. That is the prison break of the mind. That's why we have information. Information expands your focus. Information enlarges your territory. Information breaks you out of prison. And so I'm challenging you to get yourself out of prison. Do you know why top CEOs still go for seminars to be informed? They go for seminars to be informed so that they can think beyond their initial scope, so that they can break out of the initial perception that they had and have a bigger and wider one. There are opportunities for you to do such also, to break out to bigger and wider things. But you must prison break out of the limitations that circumstances and environment has placed you, so that you can go to the top. The top is waiting for your manifestation, but it's not a wish. It starts with the prison break of your perception, so that your present becomes different and your expectation of tomorrow become more marvelous. Why? Because you are broken out. But As long as you keep thinking the same way you've been thinking, as long as you still have the same conclusion about life that you had, you are still in prison. So don't envy a man who is just walking the street. And don't look down a man who seems to be locked out or locked up somewhere. As long as his mind is not locked up, as long as his mind is not locked up, is a success waiting for happen. And I understand, and I want you to know that you are a success waiting for to happen also, but you need to free yourself, free your mind, expand your horizon. Why? There are more territory for you to cover, there are more things for you to take. So take yourself out and stop calling yourself a victim of circumstance. Understand that you're a victim of your perception, and your perception can be changed from now. See you at the top. Good morning.